Everybody, it's Liz. I don't know if you saw my post yesterday, but I promised a walkthrough of my cabin bag and how you can do cute things on limited supplies, that you don't need tons and tons and tons of supplies to make cute things. So this is my pencil case, not case, but anyway, it's just a little international coffee. These are my guilty pleasure when I'm at the cabin. I have these little international coffees to keep warm. Sometimes it's been cool here in Central Ohio. So anyway, that's just my pencil case. So here is all the goodies that I brought with me to the cabin this weekend. So I'm looking at my watch to make sure I am in frame. And so let's, how are we going to do this? Let me put this on the side and then grab. I'm going to move stuff out of the way here. Oh my goodness, I am knocking stuff all over the place. Okay, so let me move this to the side. I'll put this over here and get stuff out of the way. Oh my goodness, I should have cleaned my desk before I started this. Okay, so here's my first pencil pouch. Oh, and before I forget it, these are just my little haul from today. I got some fir branches and a nice little bow and some pine cones and then just banners. Believe it or not, I didn't have any stitched banner dies, so those were my little haul from this weekend. So anyway, this is, let's see, I brought, which I didn't even use all this stuff, which is funny because I thought I was going to and I didn't. So I brought eyelets, of course. And I ended up bringing brads, little teeny tiny brads, which I didn't use. And as I'm doing this, I am going to start putting stuff back in its place so that I'm not like all over the place. So that's that. And then I brought this, my eyelet setter, and I don't know if you watched my last video. I told you how to use this, and I may do a separate video on this because I feel like you need to have one of those in your arsenal. So scissors, little detail scissors and regular scissors, so they came with me. And then my hole punch came with me instead of my crocodile. I just brought this hole punch. So that is going back. So there's that. So those sides are done. And then I just brought these 5 washi tapes, which is very funny. I didn't even use them. I thought for sure I would, and I didn't. So they are going back in their home. And then, of course, a glue stick, which also I did not end up using. So a glue stick, and I brought Crystal Nouveau drops, which I actually did not end up using. And here's Penelope. She's keeping me company today. I know you never see my cats. You always hear my cats, but you never see them. Her new little thing is to sit on my craft desk and keep me company. So, and then I brought, of course, embellishments, and I'll go through those again. And then I just brought, which always stay in there, pencil leads. And this happened to come with me. It says, "Have a nice day," but that is from something else. And then I brought a fan brush because I thought about doing some gold or some gold splatters on stuff, but I ended up not bringing my gold paint. So that was something that I did not use. So almost everything in here I did not use. And then I just brought a little craft knife. So I did use that, however. So that's like the only thing in here that I used. So that stays in there. So there's that little bag. So that was something that I used. So we will put that aside. And then I brought this little bag, which always comes with me, and this is I always keep my picker-upper when I'm traveling in its case so that the tip doesn't bend. So then I have my little wax picker-upper, and if you don't have one of these, it is definitely worth the investment. I don't even know what I can pick up with it, but anyway, it's just a little wax tip and picks up little sequins and stuff like that. So that's what I use that for. So that stays in its bin, but I do not keep it in its bin when it is in my bag. So let me take these out. Oh, and I have a little, now I have a decoration on my pen. So I have a little bead. So I brought a silver pen and my vintage photo blending brush, you know, to do the edges. And then I brought a palette knife because I did bring snow. And then I brought my micro perm fine tip black marker. And I brought this, which I love these pens. They're very funny. They're little cat pens, but they are also a little fine point. I don't know if you can see that fine point black tip. And these are like jet black and they write so well. So I always bring that with me. And then that, and then this is just silver. And I brought gold, a silver and a gold pen. And then I brought my pencil, which is opened. So I will close that. So my pencil. And then I brought my Funesco or Fudensuke brush pen, which I did not use either. So I really did not use any of this except for my blending brush. That was the only thing I used. And then I always keep, I don't know how these got everywhere. These little pearls got everywhere, so I need to put those away. And then I just bring paper clips, and these are rusted paper clips, and these are the Regal paper clips, and then the rusted regular paper clips. These are like, I call them the owl clips. So they're actually called Regal clips, but that's what they look like. So I always bring those in case I need them. So, which, like I said, I did not use any of this stuff except for this. So that just goes to show you sometimes you can overpack for things. So I'm going to set these aside so I can put those away, and I'm going to put that away. So then I brought fabric. So I brought a red, which I did not use. I ended up using a lot of this, and this was an old curtain that my mom wanted me to take. Well, it's not old. She wanted me to take up her curtains while I was there, and I did. And this was the end result. I had about 6 or 8 inches of this fabric left. So I brought that. And I ended up bringing this old tablecloth, which I did not use. So they go back in there. So then, well, let me show you actually what I ended up making. So here are all my makes from this weekend getaway. Let me take them out and show you exactly what I did. So I ended up making these little tag holders. So I had a circle and another circle, and then it holds just a tag. And I didn't decorate the tags, and I'm not sure I'm going to. I think I might leave those plain. So there's that one. And I had these that somebody gave to me in a swap that I did. I had these little candies, and they're so cute, and I never knew what to do with them, and I thought that they would be perfect for my Christmas journals. So I have that one, and then I have this one, and this just has this tag in it, and like I said, they're all just tags with blank on the back side. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And then I have these two, which I absolutely adore. These little, they're, let's see if I can find them in here. Here they are. They're just, they're little gingerbread houses that I got last year. And they're plastic, like resin, and printed on the front. And I got them last year a little disappointed because I thought they were three-dimensional when I bought them from Etsy, and they're not. But they actually worked out perfect. And then just another tag in here. And then here's that curtain material on the backs of these. And then just snowflakes and a Christmas tree. So these are these little bags, I guess they are, I got from Dollar General, in their little craft section that Dollar General has. They don't have much, but they do have a couple of cute things. So I got these brown craft bags, and I got white bags as well. And then these are those tags that I showed you last week that I made with the 4x8 pad, and I just flipped it up a couple of inches to make a pocket and sewed around. And I had these from the beginning of this season, and once again did not know what to do with them, so I ended up just putting these little embellishments on, and I thought they turned out cute. So these will also go in my journals. And then I had cut tags to bring with me, and I ended up using one of those tags. Here's the tag I cut on my die cutting machine, and then I just took this tag before I embellished it and cut more tags out of the template. So I kind of used it as a template, and then cut these. And I had cut the fur before I left. So there were things I did, legwork I did before I got there. So I had stuff already prepared. I had this bag of die cuts and words. Okay, so there's the words, and there's all the die cuts that I cut before I got to the cabin. So that was my little legwork on Friday, was cutting out a bunch of dies so that I was prepared to do these things. So that is one of the things that I brought with me, was dies, so that I could do this stuff. And then these are just kind of coin envelopes that I got at Dollar Tree, and they're cute too. They always remind me of little library pockets, honestly. They're a little bit thinner than these. Like, these are super thick, but these are a little bit thinner. But once you get them on a page, honestly, in my opinion, the thinner is better because it doesn't bulk up your journal. So there's that. So they were my makes from this weekend. And then also in this bag, which I only used a couple of things, and I'm going to put that aside so it doesn't wrinkle or it doesn't crease. I brought little scraps of paper, scraps of Christmas paper, which is what I used for kind of the backs of here. I brought 6x6 papers, and I brought, which I will show you in a minute. And then I just brought these, which I ended up not using either, these little digitals, digital papers. And I ended up not doing anything with these either. So like I said, it just goes to show you that even on limited supplies, I use limited supplies of my limited supplies. And then these were the scraps that I brought. So I'm actually going to leave these in here for next weekend to see if I do anything with them. And then I did have some more of those, which I ended up not using. I had some more of those tags, and this one I forgot to sew. So I had some more of those tags. and digital. So I will keep all this in here and use it next weekend. And then this is that sticker set that I used on most of these. So these are little stickers I got last year from Hobby Lobby, and I had 2 sets of these stickers that I brought with me. And then these were cut aparts from a big 12 by 12 pad that I had, and I ended up not using these either. So like I said, it just goes to show you that what you bring is not necessarily what you use. I thought I was going to use a lot of this stuff, and I ended up just making these little round embellishments. So we'll put those back in, and we'll bring those for next weekend and use them here. So then I also brought these 3 bags, and these actually I did rifle through, and these I will show you. Here's those little envelope things that I used for these. So like I said, they're just, that's what they look like. And then I ended up using, you know, some distress on the edges, and that's what they look like. And like I said, I really like them because they're nice and firm. So if you can find these, they work out for pockets really well if you just want a quick pocket in your journal. And then I did end up bringing white coin envelopes that I did not use. I ended up using the bigger ones, so I did not use the white ones. And then, like I said, this bag actually had all these scraps in them, which I ended up, like I said, this is the only one I didn't use. So I had scraps for this one. If I can get that, I'm not even gonna fuss with that. And then I ended up bringing some stickers, which were a little bit too big for the projects I was doing. So I bought these last year from Amazon, and they were just a little bit shinier and a little bit bigger than what I wanted. And I know someone that I was watching, one of the channels I was watching, and I don't know who right offhand. I want to say it was Shauna from Shanuki Art that says if you use matte gel medium on the shiny stickers, obviously they'll go matte. They won't be shiny anymore. So I'm going to try that at some point. I do not have matte gel medium. For some reason, I think I have the gloss. All right. Oh, so that went in there fine. So that was one of the other bags I brought. And then this bag also had just scraps in it. And I did use a bunch of stuff out of here. So these were scrap papers, and I had reds and greens and pinks, and then I threw some snowflakes in here, which I did not use. And then here's the rest of the circles that I cut out. So I did a white circle and I did a smaller. So this is a 2.5 inch. So these are 2.5 inch circles, and these are 2 inch circles. And that's what the base of these are. And then I ended up cutting by hand the little banners, because before, that's what I did this weekend, was order a banner die set, because I did not have, the banner die set I had was just it was flat on one side. It wasn't kind of the tails on each side, so I ended up ordering that so that I could just cut them out. But by hand works too. So I had those. So they were another one. And then this one, can't remember what's in this. Just, again, some scraps. Here's those. Here's the tags that I had cut out from the die, and some more circles. And at the end of my journey of being at the outpost, I ended up just throwing things in bags. So I'll go through these and separate them out again because there's more circles in here. And I'll get those in the same envelope. So let's see what else is in the bag. So I ended up bringing that circle punch and this scalloped punch, which I did not use, and glue, of course. So I used my art glitter glue and brought that with me. I did bring a star punch. I did bring, which I did not use, a tag punch. So I'm going to put that away down here. So I did bring a tag punch and a scalloped punch. I'm going to put those away. And then I ended up bringing the same scalloped punch, which I did not know. I had two 2-inch scallop punches, so one of these might go away. So I have that. And then I just bought the 2.5-inch punch. And I love these EK punches because they're nice and flat and they go away. So I'm going to set those aside and I'll put those away later. So what else is in my Mary Poppins bag? So like I said, I will tell you, I did not use my T-square, so that goes away. And then I brought this little envelope, which had those books that I made last weekend in them because I had every intention of working on these this weekend, and I didn't. And then I had more die cut things in here, so that will stay in there and go in my bin. And then I brought snowflake stickers, which I love. I got these at Dollar Tree last year, and they are fabulous because they're nice and flat. They don't bulk up your journal. So if you can find like flat snowflakes, that would be fabulous. So I am going to put those over here in my bin. And then I had one more of those little embellishment folders that I did work on this weekend. So I made some tags for it and got that together. So I will put that over there. And then I did bring snow. This is Aileen's snow. And it's almost like modeling paste. But it's got a little bit of a pearlescent shine to it. So I like that, but I did not use that. So like I said, I am working on super limited supplies. And then I brought these, which I also did not use. So they go back over here in my bin. And these were out. I did take one of those out, and I brought these little gingerbread men, which once again I did not use. So I ended up not needing a lot of this stuff. And there's those Jot mailing coin envelopes. So these are 3.2 by 4.5. So that's these. So I will put those back. And then I ended up bringing a couple of pieces of ribbon, which I did also not use. So I'll put those over there. And then, of course, my Distress Oxide, which I did use, which was good. So I had my blender and my vintage photo. And then I have my little frosted bin, which holds my bone folder, which I did use, and my tag template, which I did use. And then I brought my corner rounder. So I have just my Creative Memories corner rounder. I love this one. I've literally had this for 20, however long Creative Memories has been around, like old school Creative Memories. So I have that because I did not want to bring my big crocodile. So, and then I have this hanging out. So he will go in my bin. And then I always keep my paper trimmer in my bag. And this stuff will stay in my bag. So this is just extra white paper. And then I have gold mirrored paper and silver paper. And then I have green, this forest green. I don't know if you can see that. So then I have the forest green. And then I have the parchment paper, which I will actually take out because I will use that this week. I am limited on my parchment paper. And then I have my 6x6 Christmas pads that I will take out. So these are the ones that I brought. And these are actually the ones I did not use, so I will use those this week in my stuff. And then I brought 12 by 12 papers, and that's just my trash because I didn't want to. So that's just all my scraps from this weekend, and that's what I ended up doing. At the fire, I cut out all the circles around the campfire and then put them all together in the outpost. So that is my bag, and that's what I brought this weekend. And like I said, limited supplies, which that is kind of not super limited. And as you can see, I did not use hardly any of the stuff that I brought, and I made some really super cute embellishments. So thanks for stopping in. If you made it through this video, thank you. I hope you will give me a like and a subscribe. And here, like I said, here's all the embellishments that I ended up making for the weekend. And these will be going in my little journal that I'm creating, which I will show you in the next video, what I'm doing with those little golden book journals. So that's it. That's what I made this weekend at the cabin. So like I said, thanks for stopping in if you made it this far, and I will catch you in the next video.